Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Rok Podcast.
Yeah, here we are at Route 20 Outhouse. Rok Nation, we need to hear from you today. Our guest, Dave Rosenmarkle from Veneration BJJ. How are you, Dave?
Good, brother. Thanks.
Speak to the crowd. Let them know you're here.
I'm here.
We also have Juma Fijera, second-degree black belt from the Rok APC. Likewise with Dave. Dave is a second-degree black belt, instructor, owner of Veneration BJJ. Our crew, Lou Perez, the one that makes the show work.
Lucifer.
Let everyone know, Lou, who you are. Quit hiding behind that damn computer. He does this every podcast. He hides behind the computer, but he makes the show work.
How come you can only see one of his hands when he's hiding?
Wow, use your imagination.
Whoa, this is already getting X-rated. And next to me, we have Mike Hasso. He's my co-partner in crime. Are we in crime, or are we just sort of hanging out being guys?
I just got done watching
I can't hear you, Mike.
You can't. There you go. Can you hear me now?
See, that's why Lou is our MVP.
Lucifer, the MVP.
Lucifer. We also know that we have out in the audience our loved ones. We also have guys from Battle of the Badges, firefighters, police. What else? Who else? We have other guys out there that are willing to step in the ring and do some battle. And it's all for a good cause. We're going to try and get them up here on stage later if they can hang around with us for a while. We have Patrick Sturm from Movement Threads. You'll be hearing from him later today as well. He is one of our sponsors at one of our events that's coming up in October, our Andre Galvo Jiu-Jitsu Weekend. And for those of you that don't know, Andre Galvo is a 9-time world champion, a megastar, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, and we're so delighted to have him at the Rok October 1st and 2nd. If you're interested in finding out what Jiu-Jitsu is, ask questions today. You can also attend the seminar and learn from one of the greats in the world. So we're really looking for that. Patrick, thank you for sponsoring our event. He makes wonderful shirts. I believe they're made out of bamboo and all of the good stuff. So today, guys, isn't this awesome?
Is it? Go ahead.
That's phenomenal.
Awesome, Route 20, Steve, thank you, man. I feel like a rock star up here. Thank you, guys. Hey, you guys out in the audience, you can clap.
And Nick.
Feel free to clap and make us feel important.
How about a standing ovation?
It's lunchtime, people.
We got one
Right.
person.
People got to eat.
Everyone's eating really fast. They got to get back to their deal.
I don't blame them because the food here is so good. I wouldn't stand up and clap for us either.
Bison burger.
Ooh.
I say it every time.
I had
Bison
the bacon
burger.
again. The bacon is off the charts.
Anyways, Dave, how are you?
Doing good, man. Just training. It was good to get out on the mat with Jimar a couple moments ago.
I got to say something real quick, though. When you were out on the mat, we overheard something while you guys were rolling. And it seemed like like there was some loving going on. We heard you say, wait, now, you're never going to live this one down. We heard you say, he's turning red. We heard you say that was the most muscular butt I've ever felt.
Oh my God, really? No, we was just inverted, and I was going for his belt, and I got my hand caught.
Sure,
that's
how it
what she
was.
said.
Right,
I thought you were talking about that foot strike I got to the face. I had
that was a
lured me
nice
in
little
there.
love touch that you got.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
So you're admitting that you did say that?
I did say that, man. Jimar's 43 years old, and my God, he's built like he's 20 years old. And I mean, it's fantastic. That's that jiu-jitsu lifestyle that people talk about all the time, the constant training, the healthy living, and he's a testament to that. Most people our age, we try and stay as good a shape as possible, but through training and good diet and consistent practices of doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you can achieve optimal health.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're on target. It is a lifestyle. It's just not going in, lifting weights. Or into the gym for whatever you're training. It's a lifestyle. It's unlike a lot of other martial arts. I mean, I've been in karate, for years, and this is different. When I got into jiu-jitsu, it was like you fell in love. With karate, I loved it. I loved the training. It was, I don't know how you want to say it. It was like a man thing to do. But in jiu-jitsu, not that it's not a man thing to do, it's totally different.
The great thing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the varieties. It seems like there's no mastery of it, if you will. I mean, you can master a game that's your own, but you're never going to master Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's the most unforgiving mistress because there's so many different ways to do Jiu-Jitsu. And every time that you go to train, whoever your partners are, or if you change locations regionally, people are going to have different styles. And every time that you step on the mat, you encounter something different. And that's what keeps people coming back. It's not stagnant. It's not stale. It's always evolving. It's always changing. And just being on the mat with Jimar, just those couple moments, I got a different style feel. And immediately I was like, oh, I got to come and train now. I got to come and play, because that's what jiu-jitsu practitioners look for, is always that new challenge, always that new thing to try and learn and conquer and develop.
Now, for people out there that don't know a whole lot about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I know it varies, but I think there's like a center core, not philosophy, but a way of achieving a black belt. What for those that are out there, what's the usual time frame in belting? Because we know this in the martial arts world, taekwondo, karate, a lot of the other ones, you hear the nightmare of it's a belt factory.
Correct.
But in jiu-jitsu, not. This is not happening.
Well, the great thing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is you've got to back it all up. One, you got to get on the mats and you got to show that you have the knowledge, you have the techniques, you have the endurance, you're living the lifestyle, you're setting examples for others to follow. The reason why it takes so long to achieve a black belt, I think the national average is like 9 to 14 years, is because people fall off a bit, and they'll take breaks, and of course their timing, the training, isn't what it was. A black belt is a white belt that just never stopped training, that never stopped coming into the gym, never stopped sacrificing, and never stopped giving to others, because without your teammates and the other people in the gym, you can't go anywhere. This is not something you can master on your own. You have to be involved with other people. You have to be and train and do in that moment. And I think that's what separates Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a lot from other popular and core martial arts.
Yeah, it's like a brotherhood.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
even with the women, you hate to say brotherhood, but it's a relationship with the art and with all the people that are involved. Juma, give a little history to the people that are out there right now. You come from Brazil. You learned jiu-jitsu in Brazil. How long did it take before you became a black belt?
Yeah. Hi, guys. What's up? I train jiu-jitsu for 18 years. I spent 10 years of my life to get my black belt. And we'll ask about time. How many or how much or whatever. Jiu-jitsu, you cannot ask that question. Every day you learn something. Every day you improve something. You need your partners come to the gym and challenge yourself. You need to challenge yourself too. So I'm so against them sell belts online. I think it's so disrespectful for me, for Dave, who spent a lot of time on the mats, get injury. I just hurt my rib last night. 7 a.m. I was training with my students. So I love jiu-jitsu. That's my passion. Injury never will stop me. Jiu-jitsu is more than my job. That's my lifestyle, my passion. I breathe jiu-jitsu, I eat jiu-jitsu, I sleep jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is everything for me.
Dave, I have a feeling it goes the same way with you. It's just you're not from Brazil. You've learned that lifestyle through your mentors. Who was your mentor, Dave?
Well, it started off when I was actually in Georgia in the service, and I came into a gym where there was a blue belt teaching. Jiu-jitsu back in the late 90s, 2000s wasn't as popular as it is now. And in fact, I didn't see my first black belt until I'd been training for 2 years. I didn't even see one in person. Now you can go just about anywhere, and regionally you can find black belts. But back then it was it was not so. So the first 2 or 3 years of my training, it was just wherever I could, at whatever gym I could, and who was teaching, and kind of learned that way.
So you didn't see the place you went to was just a blue belt training other people.
Yeah, I was a blue belt, and everybody thought he walked on water. That's how rare it was back then. In America,
Wow.
The blue belt was like the poor man's black belt. Down in Brazil, blue belts are everywhere. But at that time in this country, they were not.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. You had to go to some major cities to find black belts and things like that. And if you were on the fringe, suburbs, whatever, I was in rural Georgia next to a military post, and, they just weren't around. It wasn't until early in 2000 I came under the wing of a guy named Brian Davis. He was Carlos Gracie's third or second American black belt as an American to get a black belt from Carlos Gracie Jr., and he took me under his wing. And then I was in Europe, and I trained under a guy named Rodolfo Romero da Silva from Florianópolis, Brazil. He lived with me for 2 years, so it was like the Pink Panther. I'd come home when Kato would attack me. It was ridiculous. The guy would jump out, and I would train with him for almost 2 years, and then from my
were you guys like rolling in the living room? And
it was silly.
The whole thing?
Yeah. But I was in my mid-20s. It was a good time for that. I was healthy enough to get away with it. And plus I was single at the time, so it was a good fit.
So why does that matter?
Oh, come on now. If you want to train, like I said, it's an unforgiving mistress.
Right.
Especially in early Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then from 2007 until this past August when he passed away, Brian Davis.
Oh, well, sorry, bro. I didn't even know that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you saw blue belt for the first 2 years of your jiu-jitsu life.
Yeah.
And then you had the privilege of a black belt. What was that like? You had to be like, wait a second here.
We all saw the UFC with Royce Gracie, and we were like all blown away. Well, the first black belt I ever met who actually put stripes on my belt was Pedro Sauer. He's a Hicks and Gracie black belt. Yeah. And it was in near Atlanta, Georgia, at the Eddie Camden Tiger Academy. It's actually a good jiu-jitsu spot now in Georgia, but and for me, it was like seeing a religious figure or something to that line, and it turned out he was the nicest guy in the room. Pedro Sauer was and it was so awesome to see somebody who was so effective and technical at a martial art, but then just be the most humble and nice guy you'll encounter. And that's what really, really started bringing me into jiu-jitsu is, it kind of threw away all those misconceptions of what it is to be a man. You don't have to walk around and scowl at people. You don't have to be mean at people. You don't have to intimidate people to be a man, and being in the service and seeing this, it was kind of an awakening for me.
Yeah, it's sort of a contrasting style there, service and then jiu-jitsu. And for those that don't know out there, don't know, jiu-jitsu is one of the most humbling probably sports, martial arts you're ever going to run across. Because there's always someone that can tap you out. And having that experience. I remember when I was on the instruction of Juma one day, and this was at a school that we were at before. And one girl was learning how to, I can't remember, I think it was a triangle. And she almost put me out to sleep. Mm-hmm. She was a white belt, but she had never put anybody to sleep. And I didn't want her to put me to sleep. And she almost did. And I was like, whoa. She jumped up. She was clapping. She was like, I put a guy who's 250 to sleep, blah, 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 blah. But that just showed me, too, right there. It only took a few seconds that a woman was half my size could have rendered me unconscious and kept herself safe. And that's self-defense. Now in the sport, you're always going to run into that. And Shuma, if you could speak on that, the humility of jiu-jitsu.
I will talk about my first experience. When I started training jiu-jitsu in Brazil, I came to the gym and I trained with guys, kids, 16 years old, 15 years old. I was 24 when I started training, and then I tap every day, more than 10 times. Tap.
So you have a teenager tapping you out every day?
Every day. Putting me to sleep, choke, armbar, take my back. Guys, can I rope? No. What I need to do? Tap. Okay, let's go. Keep going. Tap.
And then were they smaller than you?
Yes.
Yeah, so, Dave, if you could touch on that too. Because I think that's one of the most attractive things about jiu-jitsu too. It's not just what you can do with the art, it's what it does to you as a person and how it changes your mindset.
I think it introduced, first of all, when we look at people, we can't help ourselves. We're human beings. We draw our own conclusions just based on how somebody looks, And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kind of smashed that whole concept for me, is you can't judge anybody by the way they look or even their nice guy demeanor. Some of the nicest guys that you're going to run into, especially at a Jiu-Jitsu tournament, will put you to sleep, faster than a NyQuil. And it's just... that was the great thing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because I was also in my early 20s, and the guy that I first trained with was 140 pounds. I'm about 200 pounds, and he dialed me up, man. I mean, just tap, tap, tap over and over. And I was going into this gym, and I was one of the bigger guys, and literally for the first 6 months, everybody was kicking my tail. From one end to everybody was kicking my butt. I was getting submitted by everybody. And it was kind of a fun thing because they were all smaller than I was. So they're like, ha ha, I get to tap the bigger guy. But through those experiences, I kept coming back. It just kept pulling you in. And I knew that if I was going to ever go anywhere in this art, that's what I had to do. My neck would hurt, my ribs would hurt, my arms, everything would hurt. But I would just suck it up and I'd go back in and I'd keep doing it because I knew that on the other side of this thing, I was going to be changed forever. And it did for me, because a lot of young guys think that they need to go out to bars on the weekends, they need to drink, they need to fight to validate themselves as men. And I was part of that. I was a soldier, and I was in that phase too. And then I found Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it completely changed everything, because essentially you're almost fighting every night. You're going through those struggles every time you're on the mat. So I didn't need that anymore.
Right. You get your fix a different way.
Yeah.
But it was in such a positive and a profound way.
Profound.
Yeah.
It changes you. You're no longer afraid. You don't go out there and look to pick fights with strangers or things like that to impress people or to try to prove something to yourself. You don't need it anymore, and it changes the way that you deal with people.
Yeah. I just love the art. So,
Shina.
You got to speak in that other microphone.
Shina. What are you waiting? What are you eating? What are you eating? Tell me. I'm hungry.
I think they're the uncrabby cakes.
What?
Yeah, she's not crabby today though.
Okay.
She's in a really good mood. Did you see that scowl at me? I'm in big trouble.
We have police in the room, buddy.
You'll get tapped out later.
All right, now with jiu-jitsu, we want to take you both to the mats so that you can demonstrate some of the things to the audience. And if you can't, because I'm not going to know what type of positions you're doing, I think I can go just based off of what it looks like. But talk to the audience while you're out there. Let them know what type of self-defense. If you're going into the sport of jiu-jitsu, let them know the difference. It'd probably be good, Dave, if you would speak. Juma,
Dave,
let him know.
Dave, speak, please.
Yes, Dave, please.
Or you can speak in Portuguese, Juma.
Eu vou, pode deixar.
So now for all of you that have the audio portion of the podcast, Dave Rosenmarkle from Veneration BJJ and Juma Fijera from the Rok APC, both second-degree black belts, are going to put on a demonstration for self-defense. And they will each take one position and show a variation of either a lock or a choke in a self-defense manner or in a sport competition manner. Let's give them a hand, guys.
Play-by-play. Should we do play-by-play? And here's the pitch.
Kind of building this relationship as we go. What we're going to do here is just a couple basic self-defense stuff. Nothing flashy. We want to say that for you want to come and train, but just to show you some practical application. Because a lot of times always so humble. We don't want to fight, you know. It's like, hey, man, don't come here. And I mean, this dude's big, so I feel like I'm big, but this dude's ripped, so I don't know if I do this, I've been drinking. But some guys like to push. Like, big dudes like to push. They like to keep pushing because they want to intimidate you. They want to be like, I want to show you how strong I am. So I'm going to keep pushing you until you back away and you're afraid.
So, what do we talk about while we're on the audio version?
We can do, and Dave backs the pass.
And here comes Dave.
Juma, deep. And he makes the catch on the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Juma.
It is a privilege to see this, though. Not only be here at Route 20, but to actually see what they're doing right here.
Right. And like Dave was talking about earlier, there just aren't black belts walking around everywhere.
Right.
And we have two of the best black belts probably in the country right here rolling, giving a demonstration.
Now let's say Jamar is the one, because big guys like to do this. Big guys love doing this. No, they don't do that. big guys, they like to do this. They'll come up and they'll grab somebody by the wrist. You guys probably work with somebody who does this. They'll come and be like, hey man, and they'll grab you by the wrist. How you doing? They'll shake you. They'll shake your arm. I want to show you how big I am. So that's not that. So they'll grab your wrist to like intimidate you and say, hey, I'm going to control you. You better listen. They'll grab you like this. They'll do this. Big guys do that crap all the time. So he's going to grab me here. He's going to point a finger at me, and you know, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to give my lunch money or my bar money, whatever. So real simple and easy. If I come, I'm going to use his strength. It's just simple, and this is not like I can do things like this. Is just basic stuff. I drag and I take him here and I just come here. Okay, keep my wrist up like this, and we're going to walk wherever I want to go. If he has hair, you don't see Jamar and I are old, so we don't have hair. I'll walk him anywhere I want to go. It's so simple and easy. So once again,
Dave is showing an arm drag into a shoulder lock from a stand-up position. This is more of a self-defense. And he basically puts Juma at his mercy. He can walk him around, take him to wherever he has to go. This is great. We have about 40 people here watching this. They actually stopped eating their lunch, except for a few. And they're engaged with what they're doing right here.
So here's a position that's scary for everybody. So somehow, he and I are not involved in a relationship, and I'm right here. So since we're not in that state,
now Dave is in full mount on Juma, and Dave is he's actually providing good comedy.
Because if I'm here and he's not paying for it, that means he's going to get me like this, all right? So here I am, and I'm just training like this. I'm coming up, I'm trying to hit his face, I'm having a good time, and he's blocking. Eventually, he's going to change my position. He's going to bring that arm in, I'm going to, he's going to take me over. Go ahead. And now he's on top. Oh, yeah. And we're going to have issues. All right? I'm the one who's on
So
the
now Juma got of a full mount as a self-defense move. And to escape and run, basically. And martial arts, a lot of what is taught is to escape, run after you've made your move, not to keep on engaging with your enemy.
And now he's up and away. Just like that. It's a good way to protect yourself and create space. All right? So, the last thing we'll go over, real simple and easy, okay? In particular for women, actually. Okay? And women, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is excellent for women because if you're ever in an assault position, as women, you're being assaulted by a male. And I'm not talking about another woman who's grabbing your hair and helicoptering you down. I'm talking about a guy that's going to put you on the ground, all right? Strike you, choke you, silence you, do whatever it takes. So Jamar is attacking me, and he wants to choke me or quiet me down. And he's so strong because he's so much bigger and he has all this weight. Go ahead, push. You start pushing on my neck. See, now you know. No, go ahead. There, not that I like it, but no, there. So here I like this. Now, just simply pushing it allows my hips to rise, and I'm just going to use a small push of my body to come here. And just like this, I can take his arm. It takes away the strongest elements of his body, which is his weight. His arm's trying to choke me. Go ahead. Then I'm just simply, I can do traditional from here and here, or just if he's just driving, boom, I come right up, and I'm here, and I can break the arm. And that's one thing everybody needs to understand. When we break an arm, we don't break bone. That's almost impossible. We're ripping ligaments, okay? And any young lady with that
that little bit of training. My daughter, who's 8 years old, can tear my arm apart if she does this fast enough. Right. That's no kidding. Okay, so when we're in these training positions, you see that. Another thing, like here, let's say he's got one hand on my neck and he starts to punch with this hand. I'm coming up here. And as I'm sitting here like this, go ahead and move your arm around. Go ahead, just move it around. See? This is unscripted. All right, wherever he goes, my foot goes. And then from here, I just pull him in, lasso, and then here just comes my shoulder. So simple and easy.
That position where Jeff talked about.
That triangle, what Jeff was just talking about there, being put in a triangle by a young lady, that's it right there. And that's why jiu-jitsu is also great for women, because I'm not encouraging you to be underneath somebody that you don't want to be, but if you're ever in that assault position or you're being attacked, this is a great position to learn from, to train from, and incapacitate any kind of attacker that comes your way in a violent, fashion. Thank you.
How about a round of applause?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You just learned a little something from two of the best black belts in the country.
And we have the world.
I think we just hit 50 million viewers.
Guys, we just went from 40 viewers to 50 million after your demonstration.
Nice.
Well done.
What's the money? What's the check?
I saw Dave looking at me like,
Where's the check?
What's the number? What's the number? No, thank you guys. That's awesome. And there you go with self-defense. You showed that attack mode, and for her or the smaller person to render that person almost inoffensible, and for you to get out. Even the move with Shuma, where you made that sweep, you got into full mount, I think it was, and then got out of dodge. Yeah. It wasn't that you kept engagement. You stunned that person and got out of dodge, which we do learn in martial arts. True martial arts. Defend yourself and get out. We're not looking to keep fighting. We're not looking to do that. Now, competition's different. Obviously, competition is way different where there's a point system, there's a submit, on and on, where you have to be the aggressor and switch that opponent around and take advantage of them. But the stuff that you just showed there, the beauty of jiu-jitsu, you didn't even make one strike. It was tie this person up, they can't do anything, you get out of dodge, keep yourself safe.
That's another reason why Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is excellent for kids. We live in like a really litigious society where everybody's going to press charges or sue people or expel children for just defending themselves. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we're not telling kids that you shouldn't punch, but we're teaching kids how to render an attack or get them on their back, stop themselves from receiving punches, and pretty much control the situation safely without opening up opportunities for repercussions from school administration or anything like that due to a fight on school grounds. That's a key issue when dealing with kids in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well.
Yeah, and you have a good kids program, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, Dave, Veneration BJJ. Talk a little bit about your kids program. What's your philosophy? I know you just stated a few things, but let them know how successful your program is.
Currently, in our headquarters location, we have about 100 to 120 kids in our jiu-jitsu program.
You have that many.
Yes.
Nice. Congratulations.
Well, the school year started, so everybody wants to give kids and stuff, so it's exploding right now.
Yeah.
For the last 3 to 4 years, we have arguably one of the most successful and competitive teams in the state of Wisconsin as well as in the Midwest.
Speaking of competition, I hate to interrupt. Combat Corner Grappling Championship out at West Allis Central, September 17th. You always have a battle with another school, don't you?
Yes, I do.
For having one of the most successful programs at the tournament, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, brag.
Well, we do. We won the last team title. Scott Houston's Braza 360 school won the previous one. Then we won the one before that, and they won the one before that. We keep going back and forth and exchanging it. And just a shout out, Scott Houston School also this year at the Masters and Seniors Worlds produced, I think, 3 world champions.
Nice.
Yeah, 2 at the purple belt, 1 at the brown belt level, and all of his guys competed very well. And I actually had to coach against him in one of those matches, kind of like a little Wisconsin and Wisconsin love, which is a thing. I'm always coaching against him because he has an excellent academy up in Wauwatosa.
And that's 360? You said?
360
Okay.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, very good. And so speak about your kids' program again.
Yeah, I have a philosophy. I always, a lot of people are into teaching sport jiu-jitsu, even with the kids. For me, we teach self-defense Brazilian jiu-jitsu first. We teach a lot of positioning, a lot of throws, and a lot of submissions, negating strikes, not allowing people to hit you and to deal with them, control them, take them down, put them in a position where they can't harm you. And we hammer that. I mean, nonstop. We have kids' classes, almost every day of the week, except on Saturdays when we have some special occasion. But, and that's the thing. I'm not going to teach my kids sport jiu-jitsu, and I'm not going to apologize if they find themselves in a self-defense situation and they got to deal with somebody.
Right. Especially in the anti-bullying world that we're living in. I mean, it's so prevalent. This is the perfect thing.
I'm kind of on board with the idea that there is bullying, but we need to stop developing a society of victims. Pink T-shirts, stickers, and slogans is not going to end bullying. It's going to be around forever. Then rather than allow my kids to accept to
Tell
just
us
be
how
a
you
victim.
feel, Dave.
Oh,
Tell
man,
us how you
Hang on. How about we just give everyone medals for trying?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Dave, you know you agree with that.
No, but that's a nerve with me is, just telling your kids, hey, you just need to take it because you're a better person. That's crap. All right, if you can equip your children with the ability to protect themselves from being physically assaulted, you do it. And you don't have to apologize when your child feels strong enough about themselves personally to protect themselves and to take action, initiative in the absence of authority, like teachers or people who should be around but can't be at that moment.
Right.
Don't demonize your child, or the school shouldn't do that, for doing something that someone else at that time couldn't
do for
Yes.
your child, right? So your kids program, more of a self-defense more than sport.
We do some sport aspects because our kids compete, so they have to address the sport, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it is primarily self-defense. Still Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, though. That's the core of it, and you'll see, like in most branches of service, a lot of their combatives are also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu based.
Very good. Steve is wrapped up in his gi. Now, Steve, how long have you been in Jiu-Jitsu at the Rok? 3 months. He's a 3-month veteran, and that's actually when I did my first competition after 3 months. Yeah, that was a whole nother story. I never seen Juma get so mad. Not at me. He wasn't mad at me, so I'll just clear that up. But I saw the passion. I saw the passion
did you
in
win
Juma.
or lose?
Did I win or lose? What was it, a controversy?
My opinion, yes. Because Jeff has one position. The guy go for his back, so Jeff took the guy for his back, established the side control, and the guy gave no points.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So it ended up being a tie. We went into sudden death.
Yeah. You know what?
I was old
the
and out of
Watergate
breath.
scandal was a controversy, too.
So anyways,
World
back
War
to
II.
Steve.
So
No,
was
shut up.
Vietnam.
Back to
what
Steve.
Else, what other controversies do we have?
So, Steve, 3 months into Jiu-Jitsu, are you going to be putting on a demonstration with Juma?
That'd be awesome.
He's going to put a demonstration
There
on
you
you. Okay. I gave you the out there. I did. So, Juma.
1 minute with me, 1 minute with Dave.
Oh,
really?
yeah. All right. Let's get to it.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, Steve, step up to the mat.
Poor Steve.
This is Steve from Route 20. He's a white belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He's been under the mentorship of Juma Fiera at the Rok. Oh, I'm too loud? I was really loud. Okay.
Actually, this was Steve from Route 20.
So, Dave, if you can explain to them what they're going to do, or are they just rolling?
For those who aren't educated, what you see is just basic tie-ups and grips in jiu-jitsu. Jamar is actually just pulling them down. This is more of a sport aspect of watching. Most people wouldn't sit on their butt in a physical encounter. But Jamar is just using a basic just jiu-jitsu position to keep his leverage, keep his weight off of him, to keep Steve in position in front of him, and control him. It's very simple. It's very easy. And this wouldn't allow naturally Steve to gain any kind of squashing pressure on Jamar. There, he's working towards his back here. it, just want to be watching it. It's just hard to talk about it and be like, oh, there's a nice back take. So it's hard. So you're seeing a lot of the technical
And the audio version where there's no... Is this on Facebook? Oh, okay, great. Well, then they've seen it. I thought I had to talk through it. I'm talking with Lou. Can anybody see Lou on Facebook?
No.
Again, he's escaping.
I am trying.
This is Yuma just playing. And Dave, is this sparring? Is this what you would call?
It's really light sparring. This is just a light good time between two guys.
And co-worker Nikki is enjoying this a lot, watching her partner get his a-hole beat.
And then once again, the mount position. There's a lot of people forget that it's definitely about taking dominant position.
Do you do, Dave, do you do Shark Tank? Do you guys do?
We do that for promotions.
Yeah, okay.
We tank guys on promotions.
Yeah.
We like that. Oh, Steve with the tank!
Yes! Nice! Now, Steve, don't let go.
I know, I'm hanging on for dear life.
Steve, pull out your knife.
It's the Brazilian.
What are you guys going to talk about? You got to do some commentary.
I'm doing commentating. I'm just not on my headphones.
They're off.
All right, we should have Dave step in.
Tag team.
Tag team, Shark Tank.
Just jump on him, Dave. Jump on his back.
Get Steve.
Up or down, Steve?
Dave asks him if he wants to be up or down. I'll take down. Now more light sparring, now with a different black belt. And Dave's going to let him know right away who's boss. And I know
And
this.
Steve is accepting that he is the boss.
You know what? I know Steve's tired.
Well, I'm tired watching.
Steve's tired. Uh-oh, they're going off the edge. Uh-oh. And back up. That's entertainment right there.
Real
Was
men.
he choked out on the edge of the stage?
He's had his back and looks in. He's a tough guy.
He took his back.
Oh.
Now they see again, put in a hip, make the distance. So now, in a close guard, onto his armpit. So now Steve gets to him again.
Now they're on the hard floor.
At the end of the
Now,
stage.
screw that.
Well, what did we bring the mats for?
I don't know.
We should have
I
just
should've
had them
did
do
it.
this on
They
concrete.
should have did this out on the middle of the floor while people are eating.
Yeah, real men would have done that.
Sweat beads flying out onto their food. Blood.
Blood into their bison burger.
I remember one time I was at a bar. I can't remember what it was. It was a food bar. And I was with a friend who actually got in a fight. And when he hit the guy's nose, he broke it. And the blood from hitting the nose flew into someone's dinner. And they all like froze. There was like a loogie of blood went onto the person's dinner plate. It wasn't like on the table. It was on the dinner. Like
Okay, more important question.
a blood clot.
Did they know it was on the
Oh, they got up because it was madness in the
Okay.
place. Yeah, they got up. And it was when we started cleaning. You know, everybody get out of the way, the restaurant crew, they're cleaning. I looked at the plate. The time? Here, yeah. Ask Steve if he's tired yet. He's tired? Well,
He
I want to
doesn't-
see him throw up at the restaurant in front of eaters. I want to see Steve throw up. Time.
Ding, ding.
Steve's turning purple. Good job, Steve. Thank you,
Paramedics are on
Dave.
the way.
Thank you, Juma. Bell Ambulance has been called. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Now I want to go back and train. I want to go back. That looked like fun.
I don't.
All right. Mike.
Let's go, Jeff. Did you bring your gear?
I did not. I was smart. I was the smart guy out of the crew. Awesome, guys. Thank you. What's the news, bro? You got anything going on? I know we usually have gone into some crazy news already, but we haven't even touched on anything going on in the world.
Yeah, there's all kinds of junk going on. But we are experiencing Lou run around. This is all on camera, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Lou running around.
Yeah, they get to see the producer does, right.
He can't just hide behind a computer like he normally does.
But we need the whole news music. Yes.
All right.
They can't hear that out there.
No, they can't. But that's all right. Hello again, everybody. This is Van Earl Wright.
Who is this? Who did you just say?
Van Earl Wright. You don't know who Van Earl Wright is?
No.
He announced basketball games, sporting events.
Oh.
And he would always go, hello again, everybody. This is Van Earl Wright.
For who? For who?
Sports.
Yeah, I know, but for...
I don't know. It's like Howard Cosell. He was on every channel.
He was like a Howard.
Right.
How did Howard do it?
This is Howard Cosell.
Right. All right,
We
enough
have
of our dumb
the
shit.
greatest Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
Going 12 rounds.
No,
with
15 at that time.
15, that's right.
That were back in the days where you fought until you died.
Calling his round knockout round number 4.
What? Think about those boxers, Jack Johnson, those guys. They fought, I think, bare fist. Was that that point? They fought bare fist for like 30 rounds.
Dempsey did.
Well, those guys actually had these because due to the Canterbury rules in boxing, they had to start to actually wear gloves. And believe it or not, it turned out to be more dangerous than boxing bare knuckle because a lot of times they would stop the fight if somebody had broken their hand.
Right.
Gloves allowed the fights to continue
Go
and
longer.
to expand attrition on the skull and on the brain, and that's when we kind of entered into the era of like serious head trauma with boxing.
Right. Yeah, think about that. I mean, man, Ali was good though, man. That dude was a monster.
All right.
That reach, heavyweight, speed, dance, butterfly. Give me a poem. What the hell did he say? I can dance like a butterfly,
sting like a bee. Yeah, you know what though?
Don't finish it.
No. Because a bee sting isn't that bad. But when you have Mike Tyson's knockout power, that's like running into a Mack truck. So Tyson's little poem was, I float like a Mack truck, maybe?
Yeah, but he said it like that truck or whatever. How did he say?
Because he had a lisp.
I hit like a Mack truck.
What was that one interview with?
My defense is impregnable.
He did that with Jim Gray. He goes, my back is broken. And
Spinal.
Spinal.
Oh, shit. This became...
Hey, when you're talking about Ali and Tyson, you've got one fighter who had incredible back-and-forth movement in Ali with incredible reach. Tyson was a smaller heavyweight in his prime, between 215 and 220, shorter. So he had that customado peekaboo style.
Peekaboo.
Man, rising hook and uppercuts.
That's when he would have beat an Ali, is during the customado years.
Yeah, because you look at Joe Frazier, how he beat
Right.
him. He was sort of the same template.
The first time he dropped Ali, it was a rising left hook that caught Ali and put him on his keister.
Didn't he break his jaw on that one?
No, he didn't break his jaw. The only guy that I'm aware of to break Ali's jaw was Ken Norton Jr. Kenny Norton did it.
He was a monster, too.
Yeah.
He was one of them guys. You know who I've always liked in boxing? We haven't even gotten the news, but...
That's all right.
The Warrior, Evander Holyfield.
The real deal.
Man, that's why I got a picture of him in my office. Not that it's a man thing, but a man crush thing.
Yeah,
but that dude he needed to get hit to fight.
Yeah.
And every time he got hit, you knew, all right, it's on.
His fights with Riddick Bowe, those were unbelievable.
Classics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those were some brawls.
You thought one of them was going down?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't happening. They were fighting.
Yeah.
Anyways, the news. What do you got, Mike?
Oh, I got a little
I want to
something.
hear Dave's opinion on some of our news.
All right, Dave.
really?
Let's get your opinion on Apple wireless earbuds now being sold with the new iPhone 7. What do you think about that?
I don't think I could ever own anything like that because I would end up losing one earbud. I wouldn't lose both of them. I'd lose one of them. And
Well, that's all you need. Can you hear in both ears?
kind of.
Okay,
one
then.
of them I can't so much, but
That's all right. Then put it
Technology
in
like
the
that
other
is
one.
impressive, but to me, it's. I just look at it as like money that I'm eventually going to lose because I have a ballistic case on my Android because I drop it all the time. I couldn't imagine having earless buds in my ears.
To me, it's like having sunglasses. I'm going to lose them.
Yeah.
I'll spend $5 on a sunglass.
You should see the way that I eat food or something. It would fall right out of my ear and somehow it's part of the salad. It's just not a good idea.
Do you spill when you eat all over?
I eat a little quick. I mean, because I was in the military, I probably have that whole prison style of
Well, look
eating
at his
food,
gi.
you know,
It's black. So,
Oh, here we go. Insinuating what?
well, just that you're a messy eater, and
Oh,
it'll cover
yeah, so I
up
can
the
hide
stains.
the stains.
All right.
Good call.
So he eats in his gi?
Yeah,
No,
I would
I
assume.
try
don't
not
think
to.
so.
I try not to.
Probably not.
Unless it's acai at a tournament or something, I'm in a rush in
Right.
between my rounds and I got to get a banana down.
A banana down.
Really? Really?
Speaking of this, Mike.
A banana down.
So what else? That's weak news. I want to hear better news.
All right. How about we go...
What about Tim Tebow?
Oh, that's weak. Tim Tebow just got signed with the New York Mets, but that's in the AAA, right?
It's the franchise team. It's not the actual Mets.
Yeah, I think it's
Buffalo.
minor league.
Right.
Yeah.
Minor league baseball.
Yeah, minor league ball.
I like Tim Tebow. I do. I think he's a great athlete. It's just I think he gets the raw end of the deal with his beliefs. I think there's some black magic going on in the league with him. I just do. Because, hey, let's face it. In Denver, what did he do in Denver?
He won.
He took him to the playoffs.
Yeah, he won.
I don't
football
care
games.
how he did it.
Yeah.
He took him to the playoffs.
Well, he threw a football that looked like a wounded duck.
Right, but he still took him to the playoffs.
I don't argue that. Tebow getting into baseball, he's a super athlete. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, that guy could pretty much, if he takes up a sport,
He's going to do well.
He's going to do well at it. He's one of those kind of guys. I think the bad rap he got is just he was very public with his religious beliefs. And
Do you think he was, or do you think they made it that way?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, sometimes you got to create controversy. The media needs something to talk about to draw people in, and religion, war, poverty, racism, those are all hot button issues that are going to get people to click on the link to read more about it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we got other players that are making what? What's Colin making?
19
$19 million over 2 years or something, and he doesn't want to stand in during the national anthem and making his case known as whatever. But he's catching a lot of flack, though. He's catching a lot of flack, and he's actually got some other people joining the stand with him.
You should actually listen to now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning Colin Kaepernick's actions. It's not a position that I would take. At least not standing for the national anthem. But you need to read the whole interviews and what he's actually protesting. It's not just what he felt was the imbalance of violence against people of color in the United States. There was several other issues that the media actually left out when he talked about the presidential race, our current economic status, things like that. He said we're a country in turmoil, and I don't want to. Now not standing for the national anthem.
Stupid.
There are other ways to go about it, and frankly, if when someone talks about that and someone else's first response is, well, it's his First Amendment right, that means the person's being a jerk. That means that they're taking a position that most people wouldn't and recognize that it's a pretty poor choice in regards to taste.
Yeah. I think there's a better forum for him to make his stance known, especially a NFL football player. He has many forums to take that stance, and yet he chooses a very sensitive and controversial method. He knew it was going to blow up. I really feel he knew it was going to blow up, and it helped him out PR-wise. Now, you can also look at the other side. Well, take a very sensitive forum, because you will be heard.
Well,
there is no doubt you'll get that PR.
You touched on something, though, is the massive amounts of irresponsibility that celebrities, whether it be athletics or movies or entertainment, they have this incredible platform to speak from, and they just operate it irresponsibly, kind of like a kid with his dad's toy gun just pointing in random directions and shooting without being accountable really for it, And unfortunately, in a low information society that we kind of live in, because there's so much information, it's just lowbrow. People just kind of grab onto things that make them feel something, and they hang on to it, whether it's good or bad or right or wrong.
Yeah, being from the military, is that a little bit too sensitive?
No. I'm huge in supporting law enforcement. I'm huge in supporting the military, and him not standing for the flag. I mean, it's disrespectful, but I can't change Colin Kaepernick. I can't change his position. I can only say or do what I feel is right, and that's just kind of bottom line. That's what being an American is.
Yeah, I know it touched a lot of people, from the military.
Yep.
And I know Mike's just chewing on that microphone, ready to talk.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. A lot of other countries, and that's what makes us different from other countries, is that these other countries will kill you if you don't stand for their national anthem. They will literally kill you.
So what? They just shoot you, or you go to prison, get executed?
They will murder you.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
So my point is maybe we should adopt some of those methods.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
We're going to draw a parallel between us and North Korea, right? We're going to adopt their sense of nationalistic pride.
You know what?
I don't even know his name.
We did get a response though about the Tyson Ali conversation on our email, right?
Oh, awesome!
Oh no, it's our chat.
Our chat.
Yeah,
we got a little comment from Hassan saying, "Yeah, but Tyson fought a bunch of nobodies, whereas Ali fought a lot tougher boxers."
Yeah, but Hassan, I think, is a Floyd Mayweather fan.
That's true.
Is he really?
So I guess that comment doesn't count then. If
I know he was. Fan. Let's see, who did Conor McGregor just fight?
Nate Diaz.
He's a big Nate Diaz fan, and I know Hassan's listening. Hassan, who won? Who won, brother?
Wow.
I kept getting in his face. I said, I'm taking Conor. He was giving me hell, but I went with Conor. Go ahead, bro.
Mike Tyson, though, Mike Tyson, for his era, though, he fought the best guys available, and eventually they ran out.
Yes.
It just kind of got to the point where, is there anybody else we can sign to fight Iron Mike? And it took years to build up that Holyfield fight. And they were originally going to fight in 93 before Tyson went to prison.
Yep.
So it was there. We just had to wait 3 more years because Evander was kind of at that apex, and he was getting there. But Tyson had already cleared out the heavyweight division.
Well, and that's a good point, because all those heavyweights were known as really good heavyweights. But Tyson made them look really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
He made them look like they shouldn't even be boxing, period.
Well, look what he did to Trevor Burbeck.
Right.
And Burbeck was regarded as a great heavyweight puncher.
Yes, he was.
It was embarrassing, and no disrespect to Mr. Burbeck, I'm not saying I'd get in there with him, but, he outclassed people on that level. And then when he defeated Michael Spinks in 91 seconds, I think he threw less than 15 punches.
Yeah.
Okay? And Spinks was actually picked to win that, He
was?
Yes. Spinks
Spinks was the champ.
Ringside Magazine had Spinks as the only guy to be able to defeat Mike Tyson.
Whoa! I would have never picked that, but...
Well, looking back, I don't think anybody in their right mind would have, but I think boxing pundits didn't like the rise of Mike Tyson and how ferocious and how fast he was dismantling heavyweight division challengers.
Yeah.
So maybe it was their way of, maybe we need to, do something to kind of, because maybe they didn't want to believe it either.
But until Buster Douglas solved the riddle, and part of it was Tyson helped him solve the riddle.
Right.
It wasn't that
And another reason why Holyfield and Tyson got pushed so long was Holyfield started off as a cruiserweight. He wasn't
That's
even
correct.
a heavyweight.
Yeah,
he had
that's
to put
correct.
on weight, muscle,
Yep.
and gradually get up to that heavyweight mark. So,
Weight, muscles, and
What?
say again?
Okay, here we go. Interpretation day. What is
weight.
Juma?
He need to put weight, muscles, and
And
He's waiting for us to answer that
Weight,
last part.
muscles, and
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
some chemicals.
Oh, he's saying chemicals.
oh, come on.
Man, here comes that. Yeah.
Come on.
Nobody wants to talk about PEDs.
Holyfield, PEDs. Yeah, let's get on PEDs.
Doesn't Evander have a heart problem?
Yes, he does.
Well, it
he
was,
did
It was healed.
Sure.
That's what he claimed.
by the grace of God.
Right.
Stop it.
So
What?
Oh, I thought you were taking a jab at someone's beliefs.
No,
No.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
He
not
said
at all.
he is a follower of Jesus,
Yeah.
and he was healed. Because you know what? As a matter of fact, that fight against who were we just talking about? Riddick Bowe.
Riddick
Ready to
Bowe.
go.
That was where he really. I think it was the second Bowe fight is where he couldn't fight anymore. He was having the major heart issues.
Yeah, he ran out of wind. That's what it was.
Yeah,
He was gassed. And Riddick just kept piling it on.
and that was
Yeah.
still a great fight because
Yeah.
Holyfield wasn't quitting.
See,
man.
that's
he
why
was
I like
willing to
Holyfield.
die in the ring.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I like Holyfield. Is because he was a cruiserweight. This guy's he's not a heavyweight. He's just not a heavyweight. But he battled with the heavyweights,
Well-
and he did it so well.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, to the point of talking about gaining weight and look at muscle, look at the pictures of Holyfield when he fought George Foreman. I mean, everybody forgets that he went the distance with Big George.
Yeah.
During I think he was the champion at the time. Holyfield was a monster
Yeah.
because George Foreman was a tremendous mammal. I mean, it was a huge human being.
Mammal.
Okay? And when Holyfield, you'll see some of the pictures of Evander next to him, like his back.
Yeah.
He looked like a professional bodybuilder. I
Yeah.
mean, he was huge.
Yeah, he
so,
was.
He
I
was
mean,
always like that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't always.
He
as
was
big,
thinner,
but even
but he
when he
was-
was a cruiserweight, he was ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
He looks
man.
like Juma, actually.
Yeah.
Juma
Oh, here we
and
go.
Evander look.
Yeah, they do look a lot.
I mean, they have that same.
Evander, send some check for me. I need money, buddy.
Hey, Juma, he's broke. From what we hear.
Sorry,
He's
I
broke.
cannot send to you.
He's got like 17 kids, I think.
wow.
So what
I
about
don't know. He's
PEDs?
got a lot.
What about PEDs? Do you think they should allow it in the UFC?
That's a good conversation right there.
That's a tough
because
conversation. Go ahead.
It is a tough conversation, and we had this conversation on a podcast not too long ago. And some people were saying we should just let everybody do it, which I don't agree with.
I do.
Because I think
I do.
that
Let 'em
it
do
could
it.
get dangerous
Well,
to
I
the
think-
point where you're killing people in that octagon or ring or
I
whatever.
think it's dangerous already.
It is, sure it is.
Do you
but
need
now
to be
imagine,
on PEDs
imagine
to kill
you're-
somebody in an MMA event?
No.
No.
But now, if you're twice as strong, twice as fast, your hook, your uppercuts are twice as fast and powerful.
Well, let me direct this at Jeff. I mean, look at it this way. Look at Phelan Fox, the first transgender MMA fighter. This is a guy who became a woman, and up till 30,
Wasn't he or she out of Florida or something?
He was
Okay.
a he until he was about 30 years old. So he spent 30 years of his life developing bone structure, muscle mass, and things like that as a male, and then had the switch over to being a woman. And in all of his fights with women, he's breaking their orbitals, their cheekbones. He's knocking them into next week. I mean, it's pretty bad. And quite honestly, there are injuries, to your point, in MMA. But I think that's what you would see, because to me, that's what Phelan Fox is like. It's like a female on a serious. And I don't want to sound ignorant, but it sounds like, to me, I think it's like a female on some very serious performance-enhancing drugs, because she spent that portion of her life as a male, 30 years.
Or it's a dude that is fighting against females.
You can
Yeah.
easily say that. I'm just coming from.
I am
more of
easily saying that. I'm not trying to be politically correct.
Sure,
it is a
sure.
dude fighting females. I mean, what, are you kidding me?
I don't disagree. But I also, it's technical to say it.
So do you think if we allow PEDs,
Yeah.
if we allow PEDs,
Just allow them to females? Is that what you're saying?
No.
If we
I'm
allow
never going to date a
PEDs
woman that can beat me in arm wrestling.
Jesus.
My wife's already got me once, and I got to live that
back
down.
to that.
Back to what?
Nah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll keep it clean.
So if we say PEDs in the UFC, I'm just
Sure.
using the UFC. It could be any organization. You feel if the fighters are taking PEDs, it equivocates to this man dude or this she dude hitting people that are not on PEDs.
Well, then you have to get into the argument of what kind of PEDs are we talking about. If you look at like the doping and cycling,
Right.
the steroids that they
EPO.
use, EPO, that's not a muscle like
Right.
enhancing power. I'm not talking like Stan's Law and things of that. PEDs just to say that is a broad spectrum of coverage. I think any sport where you have to make physical contact with another human being, I think you have to closely regulate or outlaw what kind of performance-enhancing drugs we're talking about. Because with that advanced physical specimen will also come injuries to the other part. Like in every fight, if fighters are breaking other fighters' facial structure, these guys aren't going to fight for 18 months to 2 years versus being able to fight every 6 months. I think those possibilities increase. I don't have any data to support that. That is just my opinion. But I think those possibilities increase. We have less prime athletes competing, only the athletes that have somehow survived through the injuries and things like that, and they have to keep using types of performance-enhancing drugs to stay at that level because they will not be able to if they come off of them.
See, I can't, and I'm ignorant too of the whole MMA lifestyle. Sure. I can't imagine, and I hear this, that they train the whole day, that they're working on their wrestling, they're working on their boxing, jiu-jitsu, then they're doing their strength conditioning, and you've amassed an 8 to 10 hour day of training. I don't see how that's possible, and you do this every day or just about every day without having some type of recovery agent that will help you to train the next day.
I don't disagree with you. And here's the thing. I think anybody that takes, and if you want to call them performance-enhancing drugs, I mean, essentially that sounds like a root name for it. But anybody who's taking any kind of chemicals to better their performance, I mean, quite honestly, it's all drugs to me. Whether it's like Dave Chappelle, right? Whether it's people who take Viagra to enhance their performance. We're all talking about the same thing. And as long as it's applicable to what we're doing, people aren't going to stop taking them. Now, what you're talking about is the overtraining, and I'm not a professional MMA fighter. I have very limited experience in professional MMA camps or things like that. So I can't attest to what they're doing, what they're not doing, what their training practices are like, what they're not like. I know that less is more. You want to get in and get like a 2-hour intense practice and then vacate and then maybe come back later. I know guys who do that and split their training like that. I can see where the allure, if people they assume that people are taking like human growth hormone and things like that to heal faster, because as we age, and we talked about this before, as we age, it's about the healing factor.
Yes.
Everybody wants to be Wolverine. They want to be able to train hard and kind of wrap it up a little bit and get back at it again and feel good. So like I said, PED is a huge spectrum, and you'd probably have to almost get near sport or application specific. And I'm not going to tell anybody they can do or cannot do with anything that they're doing with their lives in regards to whatever they're doing with their body. Just as long as you're not hurting other people.
It's such a back and forth discussion, because I have no problem with them if they want to use PEDs.
Yep.
And they can't hear this out there.
No, they can't.
No.
The music?
But that's okay.
That's probably good for them.
Yeah. That's true.
It sounds like I'm in an elevator.
That's what it's supposed to sound like.
There you go.
All right, here we go. We just want to give a shout out to a couple sponsors. Route 20 Outhouse. We'd like to thank everybody.
Yes, Route 20 allowing us to be here today.
I love their breakfast. I had that this morning.
What did you have?
I had scramby eggs. Scramby eggs.
Is that what they're really called? Scramby?
No, scrambled.
Oh, okay.
And the bacon.
Oh, their bacon.
Yeah, phenomenal.
That's like a 1/4 inch thick of pure pig.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I gained
You
about
might as well
10
just take
pounds.
a bite out of a pig.
Well, that's what I did.
You did, okay.
Okay. Combat Corner Grappling Championship is at West Dallas Central, 10 a.m. on the 17th of this month. Be there. There's going to be...
Why should they be there?
Why should they be there?
Because we're going to be there.
Because we're going to be there. The Rok Podcast.
That's awesome.
We are going to...
We got an applause.
We did get an
Somebody
applause.
clap.
That is awesome.
Oh, wait, that was my girlfriend.
Yeah, we...
Oh, it was Sana. Okay.
Oh, all right.
That's your girlfriend.
Wow, your girlfriend just gave you an evil look for that.
Oh.
You're in trouble. All right, I'll move on to the next sponsor before you die. Professor Andre Galvo is showing up to the Rok APC October 1st and 2nd. Be there, be square, or I will kill everybody.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
And, hey, I wanted to talk about something. I know there was a couple guys here from the Battle of the Badges. I don't know if they stuck around because we were...
I'll say, okay, guys, thank you, Dave, to help.
Oh man, I love being here.
Make this exhibition today. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, brother.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Hey, let's
Thanks
get
for
those
coming out, brother.
If they're still here, let's get those Battle of the Badges guys up here.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay, we got this elevator music going. So we are bringing...
And his name is John C.
They can't hear this. I'm playing off the music.
That's
too.
okay
It's
because
crazy.
we are part 2 of the
Rok Podcast
at Route 20 Outhouse.
We have 3 guys sharing one mic. This is going to be fun.
All right.
3 guys. Yeah, they're all huddled up now.
2
All
cops
right,
and a firefighter.
2 cops and a firefighter?
Wow.
2 police officers and a firefighter?
Who's the cops?
No, I want to know. Hey, I got a
I can tell who it is. I know who the fireman is. He's the one in the middle. Right?
No, he's a sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, hey guys, I want to know. I should speak into here. I want to know when people call you cops, is that like a negative connotation at all in any respect?
Not to me. Can't speak for everybody, but no, not at all.
Have you ever heard that some guys don't like that, where they're called cops?
I personally haven't.
Okay. All right. I always wondered if I introduce somebody, yeah, he's a cop for Kenosha, is that like a bad thing, or should I... See, they don't hear all this.
We got
you don't even hear it. You don't have the headphone on.
We have thick skins, so...
Okay, very good.
So if I were to bring you some donuts, would that offend you?
Everyone loves donuts, absolutely.
Okay, I was going to say, because I know firemen would love to have donuts.
Yeah, we would definitely like the donuts.
All right.
All right, so he just admitted he's a firefighter.
Right.
So
I am.
we figured out. And your name is Aaron?
Aaron Bixby, that is
Aaron
correct.
Bixby, that's right. My brother is a firefighter for MFD.
Okay, awesome.
So
I work at Cudahy Fire Department.
All
Very
right.
good. Very good.
Neighbors.
All right, so Aaron Bixby from Cudahy Fire Department. I live in Cudahy, so I'll drop you off some donuts one of these days.
Do it.
You just have to let me know what day you're working.
Do it.
I've always told people that whenever folks bring donuts over to the firehouse, say, you saved a life or whatever, and then a family will bring some donuts over, somehow cops show up to our firehouse. That day, that morning, I don't know how it works.
They
I
can
don't know
smell
if it's
it.
that
It's
sixth
like,
sense.
like
right.
sharks that can smell blood from 100 miles away.
That's some agency cooperation right there.
For that creamy inside-filled donut. That's that blood right there.
That is, man.
All right, now, who's in the middle? Who do we have in the middle?
I'm David Kless, Kenosha
David?
County Sheriff's Department.
David Kless?
Kless.
Okay, from Kenosha?
Yep, County Sheriff's Department.
County Sheriff.
right.
All right, let's remember that when we're on the
Yes, right.
that we want to say, hey, do you know Jason Klaus?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then does that buy us any kind of credibility?
I don't know how much political power I have yet, so...
But do they
I'm in
know
my
you?
career.
That's what I want to know. If they know you, we have a chance. We have a one. How did Jim Carrey do that? So you're telling me?
So you're telling me there's a
Saying
chance.
there's a chance.
All right, and who's on my left? The Viking.
It's Brian Schmidt from Racine County Sheriff.
All right, we got another guy.
Uh-oh.
So we're covered.
The Racine County sheriffs I see all the time out
Yes.
there. They're the tough guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
He readily admits that.
I'll tell you, man, and they don't budge. But one time I had a baker's dozen of donuts in my passenger seat, and I got let go.
Did you
somehow.
really?
It's not gonna.
No, that was just a joke.
Right.
but-
That sounded good. That was a good story. So you guys, Battle of the Badges. Let's talk about that.
Yes,
Anybody
sir.
want to step up and tell the listeners that might not know what exactly is the Battle of the Badges? We got deadpan
David's
looks.
in the middle. Well,
Yeah, that's fine,
I can
that's
tell
fine.
you what. I know that it's October 8th. It's going to be at the GI Case Fieldhouse. The doors open at 5 p.m. The fights start at 7. There's going to be 12 fights in total. There's going to be raffle tickets. There's going to be amazing fights. Last year it was an awesome event. The firefighters.
So is this mainly boxing?
It's just amateur rules boxing. It's going to be 3 rounds, 2 minutes each round, 16-ounce gloves with headgear. But it's very competitive. And I fought last year, and I remember at the end of the fight telling everybody I've never been hit that hard before in my life.
Really?
So, everybody's training for it really hard. Nobody wants to go in to look like a fool. So everybody's really ready for this. And it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can bring your kids. Enjoy a lot of raffles, a lot of sponsors, and really all the proceeds go to Easter Seals for families that are affected by autism.
Nice.
So it's for a great cause, and again, what a better way to spend a day to see firefighters and cops fighting each other for such a great cause.
This is October 8th, so this is a Saturday.
It is.
At J.I. Case, you said?
J.I. Case Fieldhouse, which just got remodeled, so it's brand spanking new in the inside. Last year we had a huge crowd, a lot of energy. Everybody brought it when they fought. And this year I believe we have 5 female fights and we have 7 men fighting. Yep.
Nice. Now, are you guys fighting again? Are you fighting again?
I am. I'm
You are?
fighting. I'm fighting a police officer this year from the Racine County Sheriff's Department, and
Yeah, kick his ass, Seabass.
yes,
And Jason, you're fighting too, aren't you?
David.
Yeah, David Kless. Yeah,
David. I'm sorry.
I'm fighting a firefighter out of Racine, Bobby Rentira. Or as I call him, Johnny Ringo from the movie Tombstone.
Oh, so
he's my
from the movie
nemesis.
Tombstone. I'm trying to think now.
I respect the guy, but we're still fighting. So
Right.
it's a fight in there.
Protect your own. And the Viking. I'm just going to call you the Viking because that's the first thing I see when I look at you.
It is.
That totally works.
Is that your nickname?
That's my nickname for the fight.
Oh, it is. Okay, I'm going to call you the Viking then.
All right.
So you're fighting as well?
Yes, this will be my first time fighting.
Nice.
Michael Preston out of Kenosha County Sheriff.
Oh, yes. He's trained at my gym.
Awesome.
Yeah, with one of our trainers. All right.
You're
That'll
fighting
be cool.
a sheriff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so it's going to be...
Police on police.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Deputy
that's
versus
common,
deputy.
those cops on cops. They like that stuff.
So October 8th. What am I doing October 8th? That's my question. Uh-oh. Yes.
Oh, you
I'm in
just got the
trouble.
busy sign.
Jeez. I know something's going on October 8th, so I might be in trouble.
That's okay. I don't have a girlfriend. I'll be there.
Awesome.
You got a wedding you have to go to or something?
No.
Hard to cancel those.
No, I think I have a 7-year-old or 8-year-old a 7-year-old who will turn 8 that day. So we're gonna. Yeah, she's looking at me like,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Remember. Nice.
So I know us guys are trying to work something out so we could be at your event. I think it would be great if we could be there and help promote this for the next month. Lou, I know Lou is very good for us as far as marketing, and I'll be talking to him, the rest of the guys, to see if we can make that possible. I think it would be awesome to be there. I love boxing, so it would just be great to see guys battling and women battling that night. So tell me what you guys are doing. All right, this is amateur level, correct? Amateur level boxing. Do you guys fight guys who have no experience too? Are there guys that are fighting with no experience? First time ever? Oh, yeah, the Viking. First time, right?
first time fighting in this event.
Oh, in this event. Okay. So you fought before. But
I haven't done any like actual amateur fighting.
Okay.
But I've been training since I was 13. So
Okay.
about 17 years I've done Taekwondo, Krav Maga, going up to a MMA gym up in Milwaukee training right now. So nothing
excellent.
amateur, novice, or professional or anything. But
Okay,
it's all
so
some kind of training.
okay, so does everyone have some type of training in boxing, or are there some cops out there or firefighters that go, "Hey, I want to go at it"?
Well, for the people that have no experience, we've known about this fight coming up for, I'd say 8 months now. 8 months ago, I got the call, so I have experience, but even if I didn't, that's 8 months of train as much as you want, as much as you can. So I think it's pretty fair all around. Jim Kelly, promoter, tries to match everyone up with skill levels. My opponent, I think he did a great job of that. I've seen my opponent fight before, Rentiera. Good boxer. He boxed before this. I don't know the extent, but I watched him fight Javi Vega last year. He's a good boxer. So for me, I think this is a great match for me. I know what he's bringing to the table, and I know what I'm bringing to the table. So
This sounds like the UFC, just the way you talk.
I like it.
Well, you know,
right.
it is for charity, absolutely. It's for a great cause. It's for autism, obviously. But it still is a fight at the end of the day. So we're treating it that. I think that's the best thing we can do for the event is, train as much as we can. And the more trained fighters we get in, the better it is for everybody.
Absolutely.
And the fans will come and see it.
Put on a good show.
Yeah, put on a good show. Not only that, he's got to take care of himself.
All right.
I mean, I'm not going to go fight somebody.
Right.
And I do my due diligence in training. I'm
Right. Probably the best thing just for the safety of the fighters to make sure that you're trained so you don't go out there and get your head knocked in. And again, we've got headgear, mouthpieces, and 16-ounce gloves. But still, if you're not ready for this, it's going to be a rude awakening. Actually, it's probably going to be more like a rude sleeping. Right.
So, Aaron, what's your background?
Well, I've been training at Red Schaefer's MMA for about the last year. I'm also a Krav Maga practitioner and instructor like Brian is. And I've been probably my basis is in wrestling and grappling. And you guys mentioned the Combat Corner, which I'll be attending.
You're fighting in that?
I am, yes.
Okay, good.
I'll be in the Masters division since I am 45 years old. So,
nice. I'm with you, brother.
I was there last year. It was a great event. It was an awesome event. I'm looking forward to doing it again. But I'm somebody who enjoys combat sports, and I fought last year. I fought a giant man from the Racine County Sheriff's deputy's officer, who was a correctional officer, and we fought to a draw. So this year I'm fighting again because it was such a great event, and it was to be honest, it was one of the best days of my life because as a professional fighter, I had that opportunity to kind of live that dream for that one day. It was an awesome crowd. We had walkout music. It was promoted really, really well. And, at the end of our fight, we got a standing ovation. So I got to sort of live out like a bucket list dream and do it for a great cause.
So this is Battle of the Badges that does all this.
This Battle of the Badges, the Fight for Autism is the name of the event. We do have a Facebook page, which you can go to and get all the information. And then, right now it's exactly 1 month away, so everybody who's getting ready for this fight is with the last couple of weeks of hard training before we get ready for this fight.
So what's your music? What's your walkout music?
Mine's actually going to be Fugazi, The Waiting Room, because it's kind of from my era. It's a punk song, and if you're old enough and if you know it, you'll know it. If not, probably a lot of people are going to look at me like,
what is this?
Yeah, but whatever.
Fighting, walkout music, I've always dug that. Like, what would be my song if I walked out fighting?
Well, I'll tell you what. Since I am a fireman, and you know this, brother, we pick on cops a lot. So, and they pick on us as well. Which leads me into the question, what is your guys' music going to be? Like YMCA or Celebration?
This one was hard to dig up, but it's an old Marty Robbins tune from the 50s, I believe, called Big Iron.
What? What is this?
On Arizona Ranger, coming to town, going after an outlaw.
That's Fugazi?
Yeah.
Do that again.
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
All right, keep playing. I want to hear it.
This way.
Pretty heavy.
Okay, I can dig that. Yeah, even if it's not that era, it's got that pumped up music.
Yeah, it's a pump up, good song. It's a punk song. It's one of the original punk songs. Back when I was a younger person, and I like it because it's something that reminds me of back when I was a kid and kind of living my dream.
WW2.
Nice.
That's right.
All right, Dave, what's your music? You're from the 50s? You're doing something?
This song is from the 50s. It's not going to pump me up at all, I'm going to be honest, because I want to be calm in there. So hopefully it has that effect. It's by Marty Robbins. It's called Big Iron. It's one of those old songs that tells a big story about a Arizona Ranger coming to town, going after an outlaw named Texas Red.
Killed my dog. My dog died.
There it is.
Town of our free straight.
I'll make the audience listen to the whole 4 minutes. I don't know. Jim Kelly allows it.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to psych out the other guy.
Absolutely.
He's going to be, what the
Remember,
hell?
it's a fight.
Right.
All right, Viking, tell me what yours is. I know you got something good.
So it started off as the SpongeBob theme.
Oh, no.
Yes, I told you. I knew these cops, man. I tell you.
Just to get my lieutenant angry at me because he hates that stuff. Just to make him mad. But I'm really going with Metallica's Fuel.
Nice.
I'm a big Metallica fan. I had to go there.
Respect.
You know who I always liked to walk out was Fedor. He always had some psychedelic music, but he walked like a statue. Fedor Emelianenko. Yeah, you know what? My adrenaline would be pumped walking out, and I'd gas out in the first round just from Metallica. I'd be like, all right, he's got me stoked.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm going to have to do some convincing for October 8th for me to get there. I know I'll talk to the guys. I think we can make it work, that we will be there October 8th in some capacity. I just think promoting this thing all the way up to October 8th would be awesome. So on our end, guys, if you guys ever need to train, just stop down.
Okay.
I know I told
we
Dave.
appreciate that.
I told Dave, just let whoever's there know that you're from Battle of the Badgers and you need some training. You want a place to train. It's on us. We'll lead you all the way up to the fight. And if you guys want to come back, we can always talk about it afterwards.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you guys for stopping in. I know you cordially were patient with us, with Dave. Everyone out there, all 100,000 of you that are in the audience.
And the 50 million listening worldwide.
Right. Let's hit October 8th at J.I. Case in Racine. Is it at what time do the things get started?
Doors open at 5, and that's all the pre-event with the raffles and take a look at everything that's being raffled off. And then the fights start at 7. There's 12 fights. There's 3 fights, small intermission, 3 fights, a good size intermission, and then they do it again, 3 and 3. So there'll be a total of 12 fights.
And then you have raffles and other things that they can...
Lots of raffles.
It's ridiculous.
Take home something. Somebody will take home something.
Yeah, there's
Very
a
good,
tremendous amount of donations. So you name it, whether it's electronic items or bikes. I mean, there's... last year, an entire half of the field house was nothing but stuff being raffled off. And it was all donated. And last year we came up with, I believe it was $12,600 for the entire event. So we want to obviously top that. And continue to give to this great cause.
Do you have a number of attendees last year?
Yes, I do. The first year was 22,000. The second year, which was last year, was about 66,000.
Whoa!
Yeah.
66,000.
How much money we made?
How much money? I'm sorry.
Oh, money.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people attend the event?
Ooh, I do not.
I remember last year I was told around about 2,000 people were coming to this event. The bleachers were filled top to bottom. It was standing room only. There's bleacher seats which go for $20 a person, but there's also floor level seats, and you can be ringside if you like. So
that sounds great.
there's VIP tickets, and there was times when people just came in and there was nowhere to go but just to stand. So the place was packed, and it was a great energy. People were screaming, they were cheering, and everybody seems, especially in the firefighter and the police community, everybody knows each other. So our families were there. I know people from just about every fire department and police department in this area anyway. So everybody was cheering for everybody. It was a great event.
Yeah, I can't imagine you guys. I mean, that's living out sort of that dream, like you said.
Right.
2,000 some people there.
Right.
You're walking out to that music. You're having fun. You may get your head hit a little bit, but
it's intense.
Yeah,
you might get knocked on your butt, but again, we're putting ourselves out there for a great cause.
I commend you guys, and I thank you, and hopefully I will see you there. But until then, stop down at the Rock.
You got it.
Come in and train. You know Kurt.
I do.
So
I do.
come
Actually,
on
does
in. You
Brian.
guys,
Yep.
all come on in.
We train with him quite a bit.
Do some training there, however way you do it.
Yep.
I think we have the resources, as you've seen, Aaron, for you guys to have a good training session. So I wish you guys luck if I don't see your fight.
All right, thank you.
Stay safe.
All right,
thank you guys.
Right.
Give them a hand clap, everyone.
Thanks,
All
gentlemen.
right, yes. Put that applause music. Where did Dave and Juma go? Are they eating?
They
I'm
say
like-
they're on diets, but every time I see them, it's like
they said they were
cheeseburger,
cutting and
right,
eating healthy and all that.
I'm this
Yeah.
big, strong guy. I eat good.
I saw Dave with like this
salad
big
and chicken.
fried egg roll in
I
his
did
face.
too.
And Juma, he's always eating clean at the gym, but when he leaves,
I see
he had
him
this
with
big
milkshakes.
burger with
Right.
mayonnaise dripping off his cheek.
Today, guys,
there
today
it is.
is Steve's daughter's birthday.
Oh, Pearl, that's right. Happy birthday to Pearl. Let's give Pearl a happy birthday applause. Yes. How old is she now? 7? 6? Oh, she's one of the cutest little ones I've ever seen. Have you seen Pearl?
Yeah, I have. I don't know where she gets it from because
She gets it from her mom.
it got to be from her mom.
She doesn't
because
draw
Steve-
anything out of Steve.
Especially not the cuteness part.
Right. I mean, yeah. She.
Oh, there's Steve. Hey, Steve. Oh, look at that. He's saying
Is he
I'm number
pointing?
one. No, you're saying I'm number
Oh,
one.
he's saying he's number one. I thought he was pointing at me. Yeah. Those guys, I got to tell you, you talk about Aaron, 43 years old, and he's stepping in the ring. I mean, for a cause. He's built like a fighter, for God's sakes. He looks chiseled to the bone. 43, and he's going to get in there and start throwing blows. You gotta hand it to these guys. I know that's what he likes to do, but at 43, things don't work like they used to, especially recovery.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, and not to say anything against anybody else who's not a fireman or a cop or whatever, but I know it's in his blood to help, to do things for a good cause, because
that's your job.
And it's just in people to do that, and it's not for everybody, but these guys are willing to step up for a good cause because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's plain and simple. But yeah, I agree. These guys look like they've been working out hard for these fights.
I'm getting all kinds of messages on my phone. One of the guys that I wanted to have on from Movement Threats, Patrick Sturm. Sorry we couldn't get you on today. I know we had some unexpected guests that were on the podcast, and he's one of our sponsors for the Andre Galvo seminar. He makes these T-shirts that are not just common feel-like T-shirts. They're like a smooth, silky shirt that we're going to use for the Galvo. We have a certain design for it. We want to make something really nice for all the guys that would come to the seminar and have the option to buy. And I know once they feel these T-shirts, they're going to want this shirt. I don't know what it is. It's one of those shirts you can wear out as a dress shirt, and it's a T-shirt.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. And what he's doing is we're gonna have two different designs made. One for the Galvo, that has The Rock on it. It has a certain design. It says Andre Galvo Seminar 2016, what have you. Guys will have the option to buy that. But he also has another design that's like sketched. It's a sketch design of two jiu-jitsu guys going at it. And so it looks really sharp. And that's the shirt that I'm saying that you could possibly wear out to, let's say you go out to dinner, with your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. You can actually get away with wearing that type of T-shirt because it has that look to it. It's not, how the typical T-shirts look, where some of them can, I don't know.
They just look
look ratty after a certain time.
Yeah.
This one actually, holds the test of time and looks.
So what company is this?
Movement Threads.
Okay, where's that out of?
I don't know. Maybe his basement. Okay. I don't know.
What city?
I have no idea. I know
what
he's
planet?
He's a freelancer, so I don't know if he has a brick and mortar site.
Okay.
But
is he here?
He was here, and he just sent me a message that he had to leave. So
okay,
it's too bad we couldn't get him on here. I wanted to hear more about his shirts, but I can't probably promote enough about the Andre Galvo seminar coming up. I want to reach out to the jiu-jitsu people, and that's part of the reason why we're going to be at the Combat Corner Grappling Championships, is to not only have a presence there with the podcast, talk to the fighters, the coaches, anybody that really wants to be on the podcast. We want to let these jiu-jitsu grapplers know that they have it could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them to roll with this 9-time world champion.
Well, no, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, think about it. If you go to a basketball camp and it's for LeBron James, how often are you going to go to that LeBron James basketball camp?
Right.
Probably once in your life.
Right.
Same with like Peyton Manning quarterback camp.
Yeah.
You're not going multiple times a year or multiple times in your life unless you have major cash or if he's in your area. This is like having a LeBron James or a Peyton Manning. You got one of the greatest ever jiu-jitsu professors coming to Caledonia, The Rock, October 1st and 2nd for a very reasonable price.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's $130 for 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day. I mean,
what a deal.
Yeah, and that's a 3-hour seminar. So I know The Rock is setting up some other things that these guys will have an opportunity to go out to dinner with Galvo and The Rock staff via limo. That after a 3-hour seminar, I think could be a lot of fun. Not only just to get to know Galvo, but to pick his brain and find out his lifestyle because, he lives the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. He does. And I think it would just be great to hang out with him. And if I was one of those paying customers, I would definitely want to be going on that ride. Go out and have some good food and pick out Galvo's, brain. Now, if they want to take both days, because this is not only just 1 day, it's a 2-day seminar.
Yeah.
It's Saturday and Sunday. 1 day is gi only, and that's Saturday. Mm-hmm. Sunday is no gi. And for all the MMA guys out there, that are used to the no-gi, they have an opportunity again to roll with this top-level practitioner. For both days, it's $190. You can't beat this.
No.
Not with this guy.
Nope.
And it's ironic because I received a message from somebody out of Green Bay, and he told me that he went to a Galvo seminar, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years ago, out of Compredo. I think that's in Illinois.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Is it in?
Chamber.
Okay. He said he went there, and he said it was one of the best experiences he's ever had. That Galvo is so full of information, taught so much, and had one of the best times of his life in jiu-jitsu at his seminar. So when I got that message, I was like, okay, good. We're having the right guy,
right?
At our place and at a very good price. So I want to go to Combat Corner and tell all those fighters.
And talk with Nick.
And talk with Nick?
Yeah, sit in here.
No, Nikki.
Oh, Nikki. Not Nick.
Not Nick.
Nikki.
Nikki.
That's my nickname.
Nikki.
Yes, Nikki. I'm
Nick.
glad you're on because I need help with your event tomorrow.
Okay.
What?
Hey, Nick.
This is Nikki from Nick. This is Nikki from Route 20, Outhouse. She's the marketing director here. Mm-hmm. She made it possible for us to be on here along with Steve. Steve helped out and got us on.
Oh,
this was awesome.
Stop it.
Oh,
Stop it. Stop it.
Wow.
You rock.
Rowdy crowd today, folks.
But anyways, Nikki, let the listeners know who's here tomorrow and what type of bands they are. I know you wanted to give a shout out to a couple of the bands that are coming up.
Yep. So tomorrow we have Wayland, and they're awesome. It's a hard rock band.
Now, is this? I thought it was something with Phoenix. Phoenix Philosophy.
Yes,
is
Phoenix Philosophy.
Is that
opening.
a separate band?
Yep. Yeah,
okay,
they're opening.
They're the opener.
They're
All
awesome
right.
too.
All right. So Wayland is here tomorrow. They're the main act.
Yes.
Phoenix Philosophy is the opening act.
Yep.
So that's September 9th, 8:30. Things get rolling, or is it sooner?
Tomorrow. Oh shoot! Off the top of my head, I think it's
8:30.
We have one more
8:30?
band too.
Hey, hang on here. Aren't you the marketing band's leader person? Or
Whoa! You guys pulled me out of the kitchen. I was getting your food ready and everything. You're like, we want to talk to you. Get her on the air, and
That's
all of a sudden
right.
I'm here. And
she just walked in the doors. She just came to work. And what time is it? Like 3 p.m.
Yep.
Is it that late already?
I took my
it's
slippers
2.
off and walked in the door.
She slept until 1.
So we got Wayland with Phoenix Philosophy tomorrow, starting somewhere around 8:30. And who's Denoma? Are they with
they're
them
local.
too?
Yes, they're the first opener. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're local. They're awesome. They have a big crowd that comes in for them.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So this is all rock tomorrow night.
Yes.
Okay. And then is there anything on Saturday?
Yes, Aaron Jones on the way in from Seattle. It's blues rock, awesome. I haven't seen him live yet.
But you hold them in high regard.
Yes, everything I've seen online, they're really good.
And this is Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
And do they have anybody with them? Is this the way? The way?
Aaron Jones on the way. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And that's Saturday, September 10th, roughly around the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So for those that are out there, let's check this out. I keep looking out to my girlfriend like, hey, can we get out here? And I don't know what the heck's going on at home.
I'll be here. I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so Mike will be here. Yeah.
I'll be the only one here. So
out of us, you won't be the only one.
That's what I mean.
I'm single too, but I'm going to work.
Oh, he has to work. Lou, are you going to be here?
Yes.
Lou's married.
Lou?
No,
And are
he
you
won't.
single? Oh, okay.
Lou's married. He won't be here.
I feel like this is turning into a dating thing now.
Uh-oh.
You know, like
Yep, dating.
Why?
Why is it?
Why,
turning-
Nikki?
Yeah,
we're all announcing if we're single or not. I don't know.
No.
No?
No.
Well, you're next.
Yeah, you're next.
Oh, God. Single and ready to mingle.
Uh-oh.
What does mean blah, 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 mango?
What does that mean?
Yep.
Tells you ma. I know he knows what it means, but he's just being Brazilian right now. He's acting like he doesn't know what it means.
Yep.
All right, Nikki, tell him what it means. What does mingle mean?
I think the music says it all. Pretty much, you know.
Juma, you get it now?
Nope.
Yeah, he wants to hear it.
I thought there was going to be a sexier beat coming up. I don't know.
That's Lou.
What?
That's Lou's sexy beat.
Calling
right
you
there.
out, Lou.
Yep.
He's searching with a vengeance.
So, Nikki, you were doing what back there?
I don't know anymore.
What were you doing back there? You were getting us food?
Yes.
What kind?
No.
I'm starving.
No. Wait. My food.
Yeah.
Your
Did
food?
you order yours?
No.
No?
I
Okay,
didn't.
sorry. Stay
What?
in line and wait for yours.
Oh, my gosh. What should I eat? What should I eat off the menu?
I asked him if he ordered his food. I told him, if you don't, wait in line.
Yeah, so I gotta order my food.
I would eat
Bison burger.
Crown Royal and Coke.
I think do you have salmon here?
We do.
That's what I'm going to have, salmon.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What?
What's wrong with salmon?
What?
What? What's wrong with that? What do you think I'm crazy?
Now you are in diet right now.
Yeah, right now I'm on a diet. Otherwise, I would have a burger.
What kind of diet you on?
Oh my God, we got a heckler. Look at her.
There we go.
All right, how many of you had to drink? That's the question.
1, 2, 8.
2 beers and 1 dirty martini. And she's talking. We need to get her on here.
Yeah, I like
Let's
that
get
diet.
Shauna on here.
Go ahead.
Come on. No.
Here, come on, Shauna. Take
Get
my
up
spot.
here. Get up here. She's coming. This is comedy. We gotta. No, where are you going? The other side. The other side. Oh, okay. All right, sit next to me, Shauna. Put those headphones on right there, and you can hear all the music that we're playing in the background. See, you guys can't hear this stuff. Now, isn't that fun?
Better like this, yeah.
So she's dancing right next to me. And my girlfriend's going to come out and go, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Are we on Facebook?
We should be. Yeah. We got this.
All right, Shauna.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you think of cardio kickboxing, jiu-jitsu at The Rock. Shauna is a customer at The Rock. She's a member.
I'm pretty sure I was almost
She's now
number 1.
a friend.
I'm pretty sure I was almost number 1.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
Why do you have your headphones on halfway?
Oh, because I'm cool like that.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I got friends that are DJs.
So just
and
don't
that's how they
spill
do it.
this drink.
I won't. That's why my hands are like down here.
All right. So what's going on, Shauna?
I'm going to tell everybody the same thing that I've told
Watch your arm.
not on air. Is that the second you step through the doors at The Rock, your family.
Yes.
Not one person ever makes you feel like you don't know what you're doing, you don't belong here, nothing. The second you walk through that door, every single person welcomes you and makes you feel like a family.
Now you're just not saying that because you're right in front of me.
I'm not, and I swear to God, and if I could name names of all the people I've told about The Rock outside of your presence, my father, for example, who joined us today. Yes, I was telling him that when he came a day late and $1 short, like usual.
Daddy's getting a tongue lashing right now.
I did tell him the same thing because I'm trying to get him to this Saturday morning's class at 9 a.m.
You should come. You should come for sure.
As well as another business partner of ours.
Now, don't you work with your dad?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the name of the business?
Atuzi Contracting.
So what do you guys do there?
It's
I saw you hard at work one day on Facebook. You took pictures, and I'm like, that's why she's tired when she comes to the gym. That is exactly why she's tired.
It is mostly residential general contracting. We do some commercial, but that's up to the owner's discretion.
Sure. He makes the calls.
He does.
And you do what he says. Right? Right? Even though you're his daughter, you do what he says. See, this is what he can't hear. This is what all of them can't hear.
That actually kind of makes it
right.
All, yeah.
It makes it fun.
This
so now,
makes it great.
Mike, you just why did you leave? I mean, this is your job.
I know, but like a great cycler.
Yeah.
Cycler, is that what it is?
Cyclist,
yeah.
Or psycho, whatever.
No. In the world of cycling, he is a cyclist if he's competing.
Cyclist.
Right.
Okay, like a great once upon a time cyclist.
Right.
Once said, what do you do if you have to go to the bathroom?
You go to the bathroom.
Okay.
That's it?
That's what I did.
So was that when he was up against PED investigation and all that?
That was actually on a podcast.
Oh. Okay.
Not ours.
Not ours, but probably one of our
sister station, Joe Rogan podcast.
Distant cousin.
Our sister station.
We're going to get some hate mail.
So All right, now I want some feedback from you, Shauna. You were out there while we were having the podcast, and this is our first mobile podcast, with all of this setup, what have you. And I want your honest opinion. What could you hear everything? Were some of the mics off where you couldn't hear some of the people talking? Because I noticed, one guy was sitting way off to the end in that microphone, which would normally, project the voice out to you guys. Could you hear everything?
Juma and I made some eye contact, and my first thing was when Dave was speaking, I couldn't hear him. The first thing was that it was definitely way more busy.
Yeah.
And
so people talking and
I think people that may normally come here, pretty much. I mean, we had a bunch of gentlemen right there that just were nonstop chatting, and I was kind of doing one of these, trying to hear you guys,
right?
Because I'm here to support you. But I think it was way busier, and I did not hear what Dave was saying right away. So I looked at Juma. When he looked at me, I told him that.
Okay.
And I ended up hearing Dave.
Oh, good.
Right after that.
It might be one of two things. Either Dave has a really girly voice, and he's not very loud to begin with.
What did you say? Dave has a girly voice?
I don't want to say girly.
Well, I'm saying it's one of two
Dave,
things.
the girl is saying you weren't girly, but you were a little soft.
That was soft?
I don't think anybody's ever told Dave he was soft.
Dave, the veteran jiu-jitsu black belt artist.
I may only be saying that because my father said you're my future ex-husband.
Uh-oh. All right.
But
right.
That's why it was future ex-husband. I mean,
we have to bring Sheena up here, Mike. Get Sheena next.
we do.
Come on,
Get Sheena next to you.
Come
Sheena.
on, everybody.
Come on up here. No, don't be shy.
Hey,
come on.
I'll have another
Join
glass
your
of
friend.
wine for you.
Hey, Lashina, let's go.
There's Chauncey and Lashina.
This music is
boy.
funny. I just wish everyone could hear it.
I'm glad nobody can hear my belching.
Could you?
Makes it a lot better.
What, the music in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was going to say it's our audio guy that just didn't know how to turn the volume up.
Who's that?
Oh,
no,
I was going to say
Steve's a pro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's probably Dave's soft voice.
No, but that way, audio projection. I got you now. All right, we got Sheena on the podcast too now.
Hey, girl, hey.
So now Shauna and Sheena. Shauna and Sheena. Shauna and Sheena are having fun.
It's no alter
here
ego.
we
It's
go,
actually
here we
two of
go.
us.
One's got a glass of wine. What are you drinking, Shauna?
Oh, Shauna is drinking beer.
That's beer?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What kind is that?
It's a
Oh, she doesn't even know. That's a problem.
Tyrena, Ty something's.
Hey, boozers usually don't know what they're drinking.
Yeah,
They
I
just
started
drink.
off with some dirty martinis.
She did have a liquid lunch.
She had a liquid lunch?
Yes.
You didn't eat anything?
I'm on a diet. I'm going to Jamaica.
You're on a diet and you're going to drink alcohol?
I'm on a liquid diet.
All right, we got to talk.
So this is Rocky's Revenge by Tyrena.
Rocky, you're on a diet and you're drinking alcohol. Do you know how bad alcohol is for you when you're on a diet?
Do you want to know why I haven't been to the gym all summer? I've been busy.
She's been drunk.
What?
Who said that?
All right.
Just kidding.
We are coming to a close, Lou, aren't we? Yeah, he's got the birdies out.
So I got a question for Sheena. Can Jeff come out and play?
What day? What time?
Wrong question.
I don't care. He can go when he wants.
Hey, you know what? Sheena, I got to give props to Sheena because she is in our fantasy football league. She's never done this before, and she's got a solid team. I like her team a lot.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, needless to say, if she wins, we're never inviting her back again.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll be the commissioner next year.
Guess who plays her next? I mean, plays her for the first game.
You
I
do.
do. I play her first.
I'm gonna whoop you.
So you know what?
Guess who the commissioner is and set the schedule up.
I did. He did this on purpose so that we would be fighting after the first week. So it would throw. It would
go play all you want.
Right. Then it would throw us off the whole season, and it would be a season in turmoil. So that's what it is.
Then I guess we'd have to have Chauncey over for some more wine dates.
Champagne Thursday.
Champagne Thursdays work
Good
for me.
Lord. People are exercising, and we have people on here that are getting drunk.
I go to the gym.
Yes.
I've been to the gym all summer.
Yeah, you have. You've been very good. And Lou's training hard. He's cutting weight. Lou's training hard and cutting weight. Lou's training hard and cutting weight.
Did he cut out the M&Ms?
No, I bought him a bag of M&Ms yesterday. Peanut M&Ms. He ate the whole bag from his pocket. No, I didn't. Yeah, he did. He didn't want Shuma to see it. He put the pocket of peanut M&Ms in it. I mean, he put the bag of peanut M&Ms in his pocket, and he was eating them one at a time.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't know. They have a thick candy shell.
This music cracks me up.
I wish that was my asthma medication.
All right, Lou, let's bring this to an end. Let's get the sponsors taken care of. Let's thank Route 20 Outhouse again. I can't say enough. This was awesome. Steve, you're the man as far as this whole thing getting set up.
Steve's the man.
I really dig this. I hope you guys have us out again. We'd love to do it again. And this time really plan for, some big time guests on here. Not just one like we had with Dave, but have many.
We had
maybe Sheena and Shauna can make another appearance.
We had Sheena and Shauna.
Female demonstrations, kids
Battle of the
demonstrations.
Badges.
Yeah, I was talking about like me being the guest, the big time guest.
Oh, right.
And then have you guys interview me.
But wait a minute.
I think that's
we want this to be successful, so let's avoid that.
What are you saying, brother?
I'm just saying.
Give the shoulder a rest, buddy.
Give what?
The shoulder a rest.
Shoulder a rest?
Shoulder?
What's wrong?
Your broken shoulder.
I am broken all over.
I thought Sheena was going to trade you in.
That's what happens when you've had a few drinks. You go, shoulder.
Damn those Coca-Colas.
All right, guys. Rock Nation. We want to thank Route 20 again.
Yes.
We did that.
Steve and Nikki's single and ready to mingle.
Yes, thanks, Nikki, for being on. Waylon and Phoenix Philosophy. Tomorrow, September 9th. And Denoma. It's a local band. I guess that it's very good. They get a good turnout. They are rock bands, and I like it because they're rock bands. You get that? Do you get that?
Rock on, baby.
Right. And we have Aaron Jones and The Way. They're Aaron's from Seattle. They're here Saturday. They're a rock and blues band. Let's get people here.
Who doesn't love the blues?
I like it.
Everybody loves
Yeah, of course. Rock and blues, why not? This is a long closeout music, isn't it, Lou?
It's all right.
He's telling me to get going. Come on, I'm hungry.
The producer's getting mad.
Yeah. Look at him. He's starving.
Let's see how mad we can get him. Let's keep going.
No. Somebody, for the listeners before we close, and if you are feeling very philanthropic, stop in at the Rock with a bag of peanut M&Ms. And they're all going to Lou. We're going to get him up to 205 by September 17th.
Yes.
And then he's going to get his head crushed in at the
It's the Lou.
Are you saying that's one free class for every bag of peanut M&Ms?
One free class for every bag of peanut M&Ms. There you go.
Thank God I got a Sam's
or
Club
like the
membership.
1 pound bag?
We want 1 pound bags because we want
Club
Lou.
membership. Woo!
So 1 pound for 1 class.
Lou's telling us to wrap it up, but just think how fat we can get him. He'd be nice and plumpy for competition. People would leave him alone.
Lucifer.
All right, guys. Rock Nation signing out. Thanks again, Route 20.
Thanks,
you guys
Dave.
got to come here and eat because I'm about to get my grub on right now.
Yep.
Thank you. Over
Peace.
and out.
Hashtag the Rock.